Opening wide. Braces have been around for nearly a century now. As you can imagine, the braces we use today can be quite different to how it first started, but with the rise of technology and research, the braces that we use today are quite effective. To put it quite simply, braces comprise of two things. You've got brackets and you've also got wires. Now, there are different designs and shapes of brackets. They may look different, but ultimately they tend to all do the same thing at the end of the day. We have two types of brackets here. You can get metallic brackets, which look like this, and you can also get clear brackets. Our metallic brackets are typically made of a stainless steel, whilst our clear brackets are made of a ceramic. There's no major difference between the two, and the decision as to whether we use clear or metallic typically is dependent on what your personal preference is. If you prefer a more discreet appearance, then perhaps clear or ceramic brackets might be more suitable for you, or metallic brackets if you're not too fussed. Occasionally we do mix and match, where we might put clear brackets at the top of your teeth and metallic brackets at the bottom. That depends on a few things, and potentially the bite you have before treatment may be one of the factors to consider, and your orthodontist will guide you with that as well. So our brackets have an inbuilt gate or clip incorporated into it, and that gate is actually used to hold the wire into the bracket. So you may find when you come in for your adjustment appointments, your oral health therapist or orthodontist will actually open the gate one by one and may take your wire out, and then they may put a new wire in, place that in, and actually close the gates to secure the wire into the bracket. So our brackets are connected to our teeth through a small micromechanical lock. Now this lock is temporary, it can be released, and when it comes to the day you get your braces off, it is released to safely take the braces and brackets off. So to get that lock and to get the brackets to stick, you need to have nice clean teeth. So when you come in for your braces appointment, your oral health therapist might clean your teeth and prepare them to make sure they're ready to have the braces put on them. After that, the brackets are ready to be placed onto your teeth, and that can happen in a couple of ways. One way is when your oral health therapist places the brackets directly onto your teeth, and then after that your orthodontist will come in and precisely position the bracket exactly where it needs to go for you specifically. Once your orthodontist is happy with that position, a blue light is used to set the brackets and set the glue that is used to connect it. So the brackets we use with braces are quite clever. Each tooth that you have has its own specific bracket. So you'll find the brackets that go at the front of your teeth are programmed to do something very different to the brackets at the back of your teeth. So thankfully with that technology, when the bracket is placed on your tooth and a wire perhaps put inside that bracket, the tooth will gently move into the position that we want it to go to the tooth. Now the second way that the brackets can be placed onto your teeth is known as the indirect method. And rather than your orthodontist being there in person placing your brackets onto your teeth, they can actually do that digitally. So with a digital scan, they can have that on a software and actually have the brackets there, and they will one by one place the bracket exactly where it needs to go for you specifically, as there is no one size fits all. Once your orthodontist is happy with that position, a jig or a mouthguard-like material is actually printed, and the brackets are placed into that material. And when it comes to getting the braces on, your oral health therapist will use that jig to pop the brackets on, and it will be exactly where your orthodontist planned it to be. And that same blue light is used to set the glue. So you've got your brackets placed on your teeth. Now it's time to have a wire placed into the brackets. So the wires do a lot of work with braces, and we have lots of sizes, shapes, materials that we use in orthodontics, and each serves its own purpose. At the start of your treatment, we typically start with a very light, small round wire. And that wire does a lot of work for us. It gently moves your teeth into the directions that we want it to go. And you'll find the changes that you get from that light wire quite significant in the first few months of your treatment. So once your teeth are relatively straight, the next job is actually to get your bite into the right position. And typically we go into larger sized and stiffer wires to do that. And that gives us the stability that we need to change your bite into the position we want it to go. So when you come in for your adjustment appointments, you may notice your oral health therapist or orthodontist may change the wire that goes in. And when a new wire goes in, it will feel a little bit different to the previous wire. So at the end of the phase of orthodontics, typically you may find that your orthodontist will actually put little bends in your wire, and that bend will actually guide the tooth into little positions that we like it to be to give you that nice, beautiful smile. So we've got our brackets, we've got our wires. There are a few other items that we do use with our braces to help guide your teeth into the position that we want it to go. So you may notice your orthodontist tells you to start wearing rubber bands or elastics, and they help and they attach onto the braces too. We may use something known as a power chain, so the little circles that are connected to each other, and they help close spaces or guide the teeth into a certain direction. So you may find your orthodontist might put it all the way across, or may do little sections or segments of the power chain. We also have other items that we can use with the braces, such as little buttons that go in certain areas, or actually elastic threads. And all of these items are used to gently move the tooth into a direction we want it to go. Orthodontists can get pretty creative with these things, and this is the fun part of the job. We get to design certain ways to move a tooth into a certain position, and it can be different for everyone. So you're reaching the end of your orthodontic journey, and it's time to get your braces off. So thankfully, the braces are not permanently connected to your teeth. It's a temporary connection. And when it comes to getting the braces off, your oral health therapist will use some special tools to do that safely. So they may use a special tool or plier to click off the brackets one by one, and you'll find when the wire is in there, comes out in one piece. Occasionally there's some glue left over onto the tooth, so they will use a special instrument to safely remove that and make sure your teeth are nice and smooth and polished at the end, so there is nothing left over. And of course, you've had your braces off, so the next step is often getting retainers.